Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to Final Trade. I have the Double Masters 2022 Draft Booster Box Presale data. Now, I know the plots here say set booster boxes. That's because set booster boxes are the more interesting thing to follow, but Double Masters 2022 doesn't have set booster boxes. It just has draft. So I've just lumped them in here. The most interesting thing to see is the previous three sets combined sold 7,000 boxes, and Double Masters sold 5,600. So the demand for this was just predictably ridiculous, given the great cards in the set, the first time reprints of a couple of very powerful cards. But even at this high $330 average price for all the sales on TCG Player during the pre-order period, still sold 5,600 boxes. Several days in here that peaked higher than the best peak of Baldur's Gate. You guys remember when we thought Baldur's Gate was going to be good? Boy. And then the cumulative plot, of course, just all very high, like you'd expect. And the 7-day moving average chart. Kind of interesting to see how it dropped for so long and then everything went crazy again. That's really unique. Typically, you just see kind of a meltdown to a low point, and then it just kind of asymptotically sits at that point for the rest of the pre-order period. But I had a commenter suggest something really interesting recently, and he said that, Double Masters 2022 is kind of difficult to analyze because essentially the Magic market is several different markets all playing Magic, but playing it differently, playing different formats. And I've thought about this a lot, and I think I agree. I mean, we might say that people who play Standard and Pioneer and Modern, maybe even, are kind of one group. And I know people will say, yeah, Modern players are nothing like Standard players. Yeah, but we're just kind of trying to chop it into a couple of groups here. We're not trying to get too fine in the detail. And that maybe people who play Vintage, Legacy, Pre-Modern, maybe those are kind of a second group of people. And then the much more casual players who play, say, just, Commander and Pauper, those are another group. And so the fact that we see these wildly different results between New Capenna, Kamigawa, Baldur's Gate here that, have a bit of a similar look to them, and even on the 7-day moving average, even the kind of half premium Baldur's Gate set in its pricing, still kind of tucked in with these two standard sets. But then we have this big outlier of Double Masters 2022, and essentially this gentleman's assertion was that it's different players, and it kind of cuts across the different segments of Magic players in a different way than you should expect that an upcoming product like Dominaria United will. Just another standard set. There's a whole different set of people who will be playing that, buying it, driving the sales, supporting price points, things like that. So I thought it was a really good argument, and I really appreciated it because it kind of starts to go a little ways towards understanding what's going on with these pricing data and the sales data, and how even at a price point that's nearly 3 times what the previous set's price points were, it could still sell nearly as many boxes as the previous 3 combined. So let me know what you think about that. Any other things you'd like to see, other analyses you could suggest. Otherwise, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join the Patreon and join me on Final Trade. Thanks a lot.